Today we're going to be working with the Pythagorean theorem in three-dimensional shapes, either rectangular prisms or cubes. All of these shapes have right angles at their corners. A box is used for shipping narrow copper tubes, and it measures 6 by 6 by 20. What is the length of the longest tube that will fit in the box, given that the length of the tube must be a whole number? So I'm going to ignore that for a minute because that's just in regards to our answer. We're going to make sure we answer in a whole number. But they want to know what is the length of the longest tube that would fit in the box. So the longest tube that would fit in the box would go in a diagonal from a top corner all the way down to a bottom corner that is on the opposite side of the box. Okay. In order for us to find this dimension, we actually first have to find one other missing dimension. So the first thing I'm going to do for you is shade in the bottom of this prism, just so that you can see, okay, this is the base of the prism, this is what's sitting on the counter or sitting on the floor or whatever, okay? And you need to find this diagonal dimension from corner to corner of the base first. Okay. This right here will be a right triangle because this is the corner of the prism that has the right angle. And so you have side A, side B, and side C. Okay. For the purpose of today, we're going to be calling this L. So B is L and S is C. So for us, A squared plus B squared equals C squared is actually going to be A squared plus L squared equals S squared. Okay. At first glance, it looks like we don't have A, but we actually do, because this is a rectangular prism, and if this width is 6 inches, then this width over here is also 6 inches. So now I can substitute for A, 6 squared plus L squared, let's make that a cursive L so it doesn't look like a 1, equals S squared. Okay. I can also substitute for L because they told me L is 20 inches. 6 squared plus 20 squared equals S squared. 36 plus 400 equals S squared. And 436 equals S squared. We're going to grab our calculator, find the square root of 436. And it's approximately 20.9. I'm actually not going to use that just yet because I'm going to need S squared for my next problem. So I'm going to circle this, but I am going to write in that S is approximately 20.9. But the thing is when you're going to see why in just a minute, that I'm actually going to use this instead. Okay. That takes care of this unknown length. But what we're actually trying to find is R. So now I need to look at another triangle here. And I'll just lightly give that one some lines through it. And Mr. Williams has some three-dimensional shapes that he can show you so that you can see what these look like in real life. And so now for this triangle, my A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A, this time this is now B, and this is C. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. My A, as you can see over here, is 6 inches. 6 squared plus. My B was S, so it's really S squared equals, and I've got R in the position of C. Now my S squared is right here. So there's no reason for me to use this decimal. I already know what S squared is. So 6 squared is 36. S squared is 436, and that's equal to R squared. 36 plus 436 is 472. And now I'm going to go ahead and take the square root of both sides with my calculator and get R is approximately 21.7. Okay. Okay. We have finally found the length of the diagonal from the top corner here down to the bottom corner here as 21.7 inches. We go back to our question. What is the length of the longest tube that will fit in the box, given that that length of the tube must be a whole number? So this company that's shipping these copper tubes, they only ship them in whole number inches. So your question is, can I fit a 21-inch tube in there? Can I fit a 22-inch tube in there? The longest tube you can fit in the box is 21 inches. The longest copper tube is 21 inches.